Hello everybody, it's me, ProMekeeper17, and this is my 150th video. This is going to be a video about my cube collection, updated from my first one, and thank you for supporting me till this time, and keep on supporting me. Okay, first we're going to start off with some non-WCA cubes, which are non-World Cube Association cubes, like the Ivy Cube. This is a pretty simple cube, and you can honestly solve it on accident when you're scrambling it. Because all you have to do is make one side, and then the other, and then do a few more turns, and it's solved. Next is the picture cube. This is a 3x3 that has pictures on every side, which makes it a hard cube. Next is a totally perfect 2x2 until you start turning it, because this is a 2x2 that you can't turn, and there's actually not one, but there is two of them. Next, this isn't really a cube, but it's a rainbow soccer ball is what they are called, and your goal in the end is to get every ball in every color of its rings, and you have to move it around like so. Next, let's look at shape-shifting mods of 2x2s and 3x3s. Alright, so the first cube is the 3x3 windmill cube, and it's a shape-shifting cube, and even though the pieces look different, the middle pieces are the same and the edge pieces are the same, so it's an easier version of a shape-shifting mod of 3x3. Next is the mirror cube. The mirror cube is 3, and every single piece is a different sized 4-sided piece, and your goal is to get back into a square like any other cube, and when you mix it up, it looks all shapeshifted like that. And the final cube, the hardest cube I think I have currently, is the ghost cube. It's all white, and your goal is to get to in a square position like this, and what makes it hard is you have to look like it's messed up to even turn the side layers, which makes this cube really hard to do, and every piece is different. Next, I only have one 2x2 shapeshifting mod, and that is the 2x2 mirror cube. This cube was actually very challenging because if you look, a lot of the pieces look exactly the same, but they're not, which makes this cube really challenging. Alright, now we're going to move into some WCA cubes. The first cube we're going to look at is the Skewb, and this is a cheese cube, and I got a X-Man Wingy, and this is my current main competition cube for Skewb, and I really like this cube because of the magnets and the strength adjustments. Alright, now we're looking at Megaminxes, and this is my first Megaminx. I'm not quite sure what brand this is, and if you have a guess of the brand, put it in the comments. And then the next Megaminx I got was a Chi one, and you can see that this one is much smaller. And then the best one I have currently is this Yoo-Hoo. I probably said that wrong, but that's the brand name. And this one's magnetic, and it has good ridges to hold on to when you're solving. Alright, now let's look at Pyraminxes. This is my first Pyraminx. There was gears in it, and it was a Mefferts Pyraminx. My next one is a Chi Pyraminx, and the next one I had was another one which I don't know the brand of, but it was still gears. And then the one I'm using currently, the X-Man V2, is magnets, and I have solar lube in it, which makes it really smooth, and so it's very surprisingly quiet also. Alright, time for some bigger cubes. This cube is a non-magnetic 7x7, and it is a Chi 7x7. This cube is a magnetic 6x6, and it is a Euxin 6x6. And this cube is a non-magnetic Chi 5x5. Alright, time for 4x4s. My first 4x4 was this, and it's a non-magnetic 4x4. I'm not quite sure what brand it was. And then the next 4x4 I got was this one. It had pretty weak magnets, but it still had magnets in it. And still don't know what brand that is. And it's much smaller compared to that, the first one I had. The next cube I had was a Chi 4x4, also non-magnetic. And then my main currently is a MGC 4x4, magnetic. And my most recent 4x4 is a GAN 4x4. And it's not my main just because of the middles. But that's it for 4x4s. Now, let's look at 3x3s. Alright, my first 3x3 I had was, of course, the Rubik's brand. And then my first competition 3x3 I had, when I was averaging around a minute to a minute 16-ish, was this neon colored 3x3. I'm pretty sure it's Chi, but I'm not completely sure. And then, after that, I got a GAN cube, my first GAN cube. It was a GAN Air, and it's a non-magnetic version of it. And then, the one I have currently is a GAN 356 XS. And I also had a 3x3 Chi, and I'm not quite sure where that one went. Alright, let's start off with 2x2s with a extremely small Rubik's brand 2x2. And how small it is, well, this was my next one, and this one compared to this, that's a big difference. And this one was my competition cube, but then after that was when I got a Chi one, but this one broke, and it was also a pretty small cube. And then my current main is a GAN 2x2 with magnets. Alright, so these are all my competition cubes I am competing for. The X-Man Wingy for Skewed, MGC 4x4 for that, the X-Man V2 for Pyraminx, and the GAN 2x2, and the GAN 3x3. Thank you for watching this video. I hope you liked it, and see you guys in the next video. Bye.